Hello, welcome to the Healthy Carnivore Grandpa, and tonight I'm doing a beef stew. So what I've got is 500 grams of shin beef diced up, and we've got 400 grams of normal beef diced up, but also I've got 300 grams of beef fat. This is called cod fat, and it was the extra trimmings that we asked for the butcher. He did charge us for them, but it was something like about £1, £2 a kilo, so it was only really cheap. So we've got that to add in with the stew as well. So we get going. Turn the pan on, and we'll come back when it's nice and hot. Alright, this pan's getting nice and hot, so put in some of the beef. Don't want to overload it because I just want to get some colour on this. We'll give this a couple of minutes. Right, that's the first lot of meat done. That's all the shin beef. And I put in, back into the pan, I put another 25 grams of beef fat. And if you see all the colour in the pan, this is good. This is what we want. All this is flavoured that will go into the stew later. So now I can put in half of the beef from this container with half of the fat. Remember not to overload the pan too much. I actually want to brown this on the outside, not cook all the way through. It's going to cook in the stew as it does later. Right, this is the last lot of the diced beef with the extra cod fat, and I've not moved it at all for about 7 or 8 minutes so that it gets a proper browning on one side at least. It develops a bit more colour in the bottom of the pan, as you can see. We'll just leave this now for a couple of minutes before we add all the meat back in. Right, this has had about 10 minutes now, this lot. It's got some good colour on it, this bit. So what we'll do now is we'll add all the meat back in to the pot. With all the juices and as much of the fat as we can get back in. There we go. Just a little stir around. There we go. And then to this, I'm going to add, it's going to need about 1.5 litres of pre-boiled water. And I'm going to need enough to just about cover the meat. There we go. And into this, I'm going to add one of the stock cubes and some pepper. Now all we need to do is bring this back to the boil. Just turn my stove up a little bit, and we're going to leave it to boil for about 5 minutes, and then we'll turn it down to a low simmer and then leave it for about 2 hours. We'll come back to it at that point. And here we are, finally. It's 2.5 hours it's been cooking for, and this beef to just fall apart. Oh, it's all nice, that. Oh, that tastes lovely. Right, and that's it for me. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye now.